we're talking about settling. And let me say this, ladies, as everybody funnels in. A lot of times, ladies, you settle, okay? And you settle for guys who don't appreciate you. You settle for guys who don't value you. And the thing about that is a lot of you do that because you have not really learned how to value yourself. Now, with that being said, when you were little, okay, a lot of you, your fathers weren't there. So if the man who was supposed to love you, who was supposed to care for you, who was supposed to protect you, if he leaves, okay, now you're like, well, why would somebody else? And am I worthy? Am I valuable? So you bring this into a relationship, okay, and you're so starved, your soul is so famished that if somebody brings you a cracker, okay, you treat it like it's Thanksgiving dinner. Okay, you treat it like he showed up with a 7-course meal. All right, and ladies, I'm trying to tell you, and I want to encourage you, you have to stop settling. Okay, so I want to come up with just 4 things. I don't want to be out here all night, but just 4 things, okay, about not settling. So this is the heading. Never settle for a man who's with you, okay, but doesn't know you. And let me say it a different way. Never settle for a man. Oh, you know what, Lexi? Because...
Come on.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah. All right. My bad. Never settle for a man who's with you and sometimes in you. Okay. And doesn't know you. All right. So the first one. All right, ladies. Never settle for a man who looks at you but never sees you. I'm going to say that one more time. Never settle for a man who looks at you but never sees you. Now, I use a little scripture every now and again. I'm not really a gospel preacher, but you know what I'm saying? It's just good to go to the book every now and again. All right. So the lady that was caught in adultery, all right, they found her, they threw her at Jesus' feet, and what they saw was somebody who was damaged beyond repair, somebody who was broken beyond repair. But what did Jesus see? He saw somebody that was just in need of compassion, somebody that was in need of healing, somebody that was in need of deliverance. So ladies, when a guy looks at you and he doesn't see, because some of you, yeah, you may have a little dirt on you, but you're a diamond in the rough. Okay, you might not be polished up. You might need a little, a little healing. You may need to be, sharpened up a little bit. But a real man, listen, a real man, ladies, will never define you by your mistakes. So stop allowing people to define you by what you did. And here's another thing. You stop defining yourself by what you did. Because a lot of times it's easier for y'all to forgive other people, especially ladies, okay? Y'all forgive. They didn't mean it. They didn't mean no harm. But when it comes to forgiving yourself, okay, you don't give yourself that kind of grace. All right? And here's the thing. If you don't forgive yourself, you know what you're going to do? You're going to take that into a relationship. So as a man tries to love you, you're going to say, well, I'm not really lovable because I did that thing. Okay, how can he love me if I am not really truly lovable? Because you're still holding that thing against yourself. So, moving on to the second one. Ladies, don't settle for a man who hears you but doesn't listen to you. That's big. Don't settle for a man who hears you but doesn't listen to you. All right, my frame of reference for that. The woman, the Canaanite woman. Okay, she's yelling because Jesus, they out on tour. You know what I'm saying? He just got off the tour bus. He's just strolling through. And he's touching everybody. He's healing people. And so she's yelling at the top of her lungs because her daughter has, been possessed with a demon. So the disciples, what do they hear? They hear somebody that's nagging. Shut up, And she had to be yelling loud because they can hear her over everybody else. But what did Jesus hear? Okay, he heard somebody who had a need. Now, initially, and this is so good, initially, he says, you know what, I can't really take what is meant for the children and give it to the dogs. Now, that sounds real foul. I ain't gonna even front. You know what I'm saying? I was like, ouch, that's hard. I mean, that's hurtful. But she said something that was really so dope. She said that it's even the dog get what the crumb, even the dogs get the crumbs that fall from the master's table. Now, here's the reason why Jesus said what he said. This seems so harsh. A lot of y'all say y'all want something, but you're not really committed to what you say you want. Here's the meaning of that. A lot of people will come talk to me and say, I need your help. They will say that, I'm broken and this and that, and I'll talk to them. And then after our initial conversation, I'll never hear from them again. They definitely were in need of healing. They definitely needed something, but they really weren't committed yet. And a lot of times you have to make sure that you're fully committed to being healed. Okay, so now since Jesus heard that her unmet need, he was able to meet that. Okay, so ladies, let me tell you something. Never be with a man that when you talk, he hears nagging. Never be with a man that when you talk, he's like, seriously? I mean, the game's on right now. I mean, do we got to do this now? Because a real man, when you come to him and there's a real issue, ladies, I mean, a real issue, he'll stop what he's doing. He'll look at you. He will acknowledge you. Okay. And he'll ask you, what's going on, babe? What's the issue? Okay. That's how you do. Moving on. All right. Ladies, never settle for a man who touches you, but doesn't feel you. Okay. He touches you, but he doesn't feel you. What do you mean, Doc? Okay. Lady with the issue of blood. Same situation. Jesus moving through. He's doing this thing. And she reaches out and touches him. Okay. He says, who touched me? And disciples are like, what do you mean who touches you? It's like 100 people. I mean, how are we supposed to know that? But the difference between her touch and somebody else's touch is Jesus says virtue has gone out from me, which means it was her unique need that Jesus felt. And ladies, let me tell you something. If you're with a guy that your touch is like everybody else's touch, that's a guy you don't need to be with. Okay. But he will know your unique need. Okay, so that is the guy that you want to be with. Because here's the thing. You want to be with a guy who's concerned with touching your heart, not just your body. Okay, because if he connects with your heart, he's connected to you. All right, if all he sees is your hips, lips, and your fingertips, trust me, ladies, that ain't what you want. Because all this is temporal. All right, this is not going to last. All right, what happens when you're 80? All right, is he just going to leave? No, not if he's connected to your heart. Moving on. Last one. Never settle for a guy who talks to you, but never speaks into your life. That's so big. Never settle for a guy who talks to you, but never speaks into your life. The woman at the well. Okay, now this is a Samaritan woman. Jesus really ain't even supposed to be talking to her because it's the whole class system and, they just don't, but when she was getting water, Jesus told her this. He said that I can give you water that you'll never thirst again, which means that the temporary thing that the temporary need she was trying to fulfill, Jesus was telling you, I can give you something that you'll never thirst again. I will go beyond your temporary limited need. Let me tell you something, ladies. If you have a guy that only wants to give you a temporary fix. He's telling you how beautiful, girl, you know what I'm saying? I ain't seen nobody as fine as you, at least 5 to 10, you know what I'm saying? And he's going to give you what you need to hear in that moment that may feel good for a moment. But after that, you're going to call, I thought you said that I meant something to you. How'd you not answering my calls? Because it was temporary. But if it's permanent, ladies, this guy, he's going to speak into your life. He's going to give you spiritual direction. All right. He is not going to just leave you. It's like when like Jesus laying down his life for the church. OK, that is a woman. When a man sees that his wife's life means more than his life. OK, she's not going to go without. He will work 8 jobs. He will pick up trash. He will do whatever he has to do to meet her need. So ladies, make sure that you are never settling for a guy who does not speak into your life in that way. So those 3 things: never be with a guy who doesn't see you, doesn't touch you, doesn't feel you, and doesn't speak into your life. Now, let me say this. There's somebody that's listening to me and you was like, listen, I can relate to all those. You know what I mean? I ain't never been with a guy that I really feel that knows me. Okay, I feel like I've always settled, but I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know how not to settle. Okay, and that's cool. It ain't no shame. You know what I mean? You like, I've prayed, I've cried, I done had so much oil put on me that I'm slippery. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to do. Let me tell y'all something. Get at me. That's what I do. I help people. I help women who are emotionally in bondage get to freedom. You know, I give a 30-minute free consultation. Let's start there and then help get you to where you need to be. But don't sit there, like I said, like we talked about last time, and suffer in silence. Because many of you front publicly, but you suffer in silence. Okay? And why would you do that? Why? Because oftentimes we're so scared of what people think about us. We're so scared, especially in church. It's supposed to be a place where you come and you're going to get healing, right? It's supposed to be a place where you can come and be transparent. But sometimes so many people are so broken, and then, you know, it's like that church hurt. You know, the people say, ain't no church like that, church hurt. And it's probably because people think you should be able to be so open, you know what I'm saying, in church. And if somebody hurts you, you're just like, I don't expect it. So, you know what I'm saying, you got me once, you're not going to get me again. Don't allow that to keep you in bondage. Don't allow that to keep you in bondage. So that's it. I'm not going to be out here all night. Like I said before, get your free book, The Forbidden Secrets of the Goodie Box. Go to the website, ChristopherReid.org. Hopefully you can see that. And Lex, listen, I got in, got out. I'm done. That's it.
You have somebody that asked a question. What if I married? What if I did settle and now I'm married? They kept asking that.
Yeah, if you did settle and you're married, then counseling. Yeah, because unless the person is made aware, the person that you married, if they're giving you less than their best, then he may need somebody, or he will need somebody to help him to understand that and be made aware of that, and how to give to you and love you in a way that meets your need. You know, we're talking about like love languages, okay? Whatever hurt and pain and, you know, and scarring has happened over time, you know what I'm saying, depending on how long you've been married, then he's going to need somebody to help him navigate that. Now, here's the deal. He's got to be open to that, you know. I don't know if he is. And a lot of times, if, you know, you go to a guy with counseling, some guys are not that open to counseling, you know. And if he's not, then, you know, you have some decisions that you have to make, you know. And only you can make the decisions that you have to make. With that, I hope that he is into counseling. I know I've seen some people that just go to counseling by themselves. Yeah.
Somebody asked, what if you've been dating somebody for a year and they never took you out?
Why are you dating for a year? You haven't been out. You shouldn't have been dating for 2 weeks and not been out. I don't understand how that's dating, actually. See, and this is what I'm talking about, and that's an amazing, amazing question. Because there is no, if you and I were working together and I was, you know, advising you, you would have cut that off a long time ago. But you know what that is? That's a sign to me that somebody that doesn't realize that they're this. The diamond. Because every woman has a diamond. Let me say this. I was talking to a young lady, amazing young lady, and she was telling me about a guy that she had been knowing for a while. And, you know, she told me, she says, you know, I'm not comfortable because he's too good to me. Huh? He's too good to me. And it broke my heart to hear her say that, because I should never, ever, a woman should never say a guy is too good for her.
Talk.
Because that says a lot about how she's been conditioned to view herself. And then I said, no, you know, encouraging her. I said, you're the diamond. She said, oh, no, that's not me. I could never be a diamond.
Wow.
Didn't even know that. Like, and I'm not blaming her. I'm not mad at her, because I understand how she got there. And there's so many women, I'm talking grown, I'm 30s, 40s, 50, that have no idea. I'll be honest with you. You know what? They can see the diamond in her, and they can see the diamond in her, but they don't see the diamond in themselves. They honestly say, I got to be honest with you. I hear it, and I know you telling me that there's a diamond and all that. That sounds wonderful, but I don't believe it. I've never seen it. Where is it at? So there's a whole lot of healing that needs to happen that to me is not happening fast enough. Why do men like to talk about sex all the time? I assume that's sex. Because men tend to be visual. Men tend to, you know, oftentimes are driven by what they see, and a lack of maturity to keep that in check. And I'll tell you another thing. A lot of times they've been with a lot of women that have catered to that. And they've been conditioned to think that, oh, I can just say what I want, and then, women will comply until they meet a real woman who knows her worth and knows her value. Then they okay, act like they met an alien or something, And no, but he's just never really been able to meet a real woman yet. And I tell you, he needs to meet a real woman, because then that in turn can help him to tap into the real man that's in him that he's probably never met. He's only known the boy. He's never really known the man.
My God. What somebody said, if you're online dating, what if you got somebody that wants to see you before you really had a serious conversation?
Online dating wants to see you before you have a serious conversation. Well, no, I mean, I think you got to be very careful with online dating. I mean, so to me, I think if I was online, it would have to be Skype. It would have to be some video. I had to know that you're not, what's the whole catfish thing? Yeah, no, because I meet you and you you here with it, and I'm like, you didn't sound like you had antlers on the phone. I didn't get that from your tone.
I thought you were antler free.
Yeah, I thought it was an antler-free site, because I know there's one that specializes in antlers, and I didn't know I signed up for that one. But no, you have to be extra careful with online dating, because people front. People lie. People will portray themselves, because the social media environment allows everybody to, or if you choose to present something that's not real. All you know about me is my pictures and my videos that have been, selected very carefully so that I can carve out the image or portray the image that I want you to have of me.
Say it again. Wow.
Yeah. Social media is especially Facebook. That's the place where we can go and people tell us how wonderful we are. You know what I'm saying? It's a narcissistic dreamland. I'm amazing, and I can present myself as an amazing person out here. And I don't know how much people really want the truth, but people are very broken, and people need a lot of healing, and I don't think we really realize. I think we've been like The Walking Dead, like the TV show. I think we really, and I think we've shouted. We worked on our dance, we worked on our holy dance, and we just as dead, just in bondage, because that doesn't make you free. It can make you tired. It can make you sweat, and I'm not making light of it. But if it did make you free, there would be a lot more free people than we have out here.
Oh my!
Yeah, because we've shouted and danced and done backflips since we were children. They've taught us, how to do the dance, and we've spoken every tongue known to man. We've probably spoken a few alien tongues that Mars and whatnot, and we're still bound. And we go around this mountain looking for something over and over again and never finding it. It's like being locked in a room that has no door, or you can't find it. You can't find the window, but you keep doing the same thing, trying to get out. And that's very disheartening. That's very heartbreaking. You know what I'm saying? For people who really want to be free, because people just want to be free to be who they are.
Yeah. That's good. So to wrap it all up on tonight?
On tonight, yes. Situation, because I'm sorry, I'm just sitting here reading. To wrap it up, ladies, the theme is do not settle. Don't settle for a guy who wants to be with you but doesn't really want to know you. Wants to lay with you but doesn't want to know you. Okay, and a real man, okay, he will see you. Okay, he will touch you. He will feel you. And he will speak into your life. The speak into your life is a big one, because you need to be with a man that can lead you spiritually. You need to be with a man who can give you something that can take you somewhere. And it's not to say that y'all can't do it for each other, but you shouldn't always have to be the team, the cheerleader and the coach and get out on the field. You a one-man team? What's he doing? I'm sorry. Yeah. Anywho. And like I said, ladies, you can get at me. I offer a 30-minute free consultation. We can talk about it, whatever's going on, and I can help, as best I can to point you in the right direction. And it's no shame. Doc Reid, you are the truth. Thank you. Got it. Yeah, I appreciate that. Oh yeah, and if you're going to be in the Cincinnati area, like I said, there will be another ladies' night out event with Doc Reid. And just contact me, email me, go to my website, ChristopherReid.org, and I will give you the information.
That was quick.
Well, I just guess I figured they would see it on the replay, actually. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Is that slow enough? Yeah.
Don't do
and
it.
Get the book is for free. Forbidden Secrets of the Goodie Box, what your father didn't tell you and your mother did not know. And thanks, Reid. Yes, you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Speak into my life before you put. Speak into my life before you put into me. Oh, before you put you into me.
Hey.
Yes, yes.
What just happened?
A lot of people. Yeah, yes. Thank you for retyping that. A lot of people. Yes, that's the website, ChristopherReid.org. A lot of people, a lot of guys will allow you to settle for them putting them in you, but they don't know you.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Don't do it.
They say Doc be rushing. He don't want us to put him out. You rush.
I don't. Well, because Lexi, if she see, here's the deal. Lexi see them numbers drop and she'll shut it down quick. You know what I mean? So I'm talking fast and I'm just, because Lexi will kick you out. She's about the most real person I know, and she'll tell you in love. Okay, all right, we're shutting it down, y'all. So God bless. All right, yeah, we went down to 150. Okay, all right, yeah,
That is
no,
not
I love
true.
you, and we are friends. But no, it's all about the numbers. It's all about the numbers.
That is not true.
So I feel like I'm on a Periscope telethon. You know what I mean? I don't know.
That's not true.
Okay, right now, there are 5 people. There are 5 people at the sound of my voice. Right now, I need the phones ringing. If the phones ain't ringing,
Man, listen, I have talked until there was 30 people.
I just don't believe it.
That is not my spirit.
I trust me. I believe it.
Is there anything else that you would like to, what is the most important asset that a woman should have? In the dating world, the most important asset. Is it her looks?
I don't know if this is the one most, but she has to be whole, and that's so layered to say be whole, because there's so much to that, because she has to know who she is, because it ain't about dating. If that's the emphasis, then it's all wrong. That would be like focusing on the exterior, and inside there's dead man's bones. You can't do that. So once she takes this whole entity person, not fragmented out, then she will be drawn to another whole entity, okay? And then they can get together and they can get married and have little bitty whole entities. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the simple, I guess, answer to somewhat of a complicated question. Yeah. Because getting whole, that's the process. It's simple but not necessarily easy. To tell y'all that, just get whole, man. Shoot. All right, next. Yeah, that's simple, but getting there. That is the challenge that people have, because they don't know how to get whole.
That's good. Any questions for Doc before he bounces?
It's funny seeing myself on Skype up here, but then I see the delay down here on Periscope. That's hilarious. Yeah. I don't think there are any questions. It doesn't look like there. And next time I know you said I'd be rushing. I'll try not to rush. But it is, it's Lexi. Y'all can't see her, but Lexi holds up a counter, and she lets me know. No, I'm just lying.
That's
I'm lying. I'm just flat out lying. That is a lie, And you better not lie out here on Periscope, because it'll follow you. Okay. Once you become whole, where does confidence come in? Well, if you're whole, you are confident. It ain't like I'm whole and now I'm waiting for confidence.
Now, wait a minute. Somebody just asked, does a man love you if he feels like all he has to do is pay bills, keep the lights on, but doesn't show you any affection?
Does a man, let me say this. He can believe that he's showing you that he loves you, because at a very core level, men are hardwired to protect, provide, and profess, right? So he will feel like, okay, I'm loving you because I'm going out and I'm going to work. And I'm loving you because I am making sure that you have this, and that. Now, the challenge comes in that we're no longer in the 1600s, or it's, not cavemen or whatever, and a woman needs some emotional connection. That was okay 1,000 years ago. Okay, but now women are needing more than that. That's why emotional affairs are on the rise. Okay, so you have to be able to listen to her. You have to be able to touch her in the way that I talked about. You know, the 4 ways. You have to be able to know her. You have to be able to see her. You have to be able to feel her. You have to be able to speak into her and listen to her, because that is going to make a woman feel, like we're really connected. So I hear it all the time about, guys get frustrated because I'm going to work, I'm paying the bills, man, she act like I ain't done that. And, I just want a conversation. You never sit down and you talk to me. And so they're missing each other. But, some quick counseling could, help get that on track. That's not really rocket science. Mm-hmm. And, men get kind of confused about the special thing. Women want to feel very special all the time. Like, not like you just thirsty, but I'm just saying that's how you're wired. And most men don't get that. Like, what? Okay, I paid the rent. Okay, you're special.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is a blessing. I'm not making light of that. I'm not, for the guys, I'm not, that is, yes, thank God. I'm sure a lot of women would appreciate that. But at the same time, the women require some more things. Yes.
Doug D, what do you mean when you said, what if he doesn't find you attractive? What do you mean by that? Give us an example of what do you mean? Because if somebody doesn't find you attractive, you got to go.
Yeah, I don't understand how that can be, why you would be with somebody that you didn't find attractive. Getting
somebody
a black
says
man
he refused.
Yeah. Somebody said getting a black man into counseling. It's possible. A lot of times they go to counseling after the relationship's dead, and now they're like, I'm sorry. He refuses to go to therapy, says there's nothing wrong with him. Oh, yeah, I hear that all the time. At some point, you have to make a decision about what you have to do for you. A lot of times.
Ducky, are you married? Because she says he never wants sex.
My husband isn't attracted to me.
Say he never wants sex. Ducky, are you married? No, they say he doesn't find you attractive. Are you married?
Hold on, I have to tell my kids to turn Bernie Mac down. Hold on, please. Turn the TV down. I'm back. Listening to Bernie Mac.
He forces me to work out, yes. Okay. And she is married.
Okay. Well, I think that, in this is my own personal opinion, do I believe that the love should be unconditional? Yes, I do. But I also think that we should, first of all, for ourselves, not just for our partner, that we should want to take care of ourselves. Every aspect of the word, eat right, you know what I'm saying? Spiritually take care of ourselves, eat right, work out, keep our temple healthy and whatnot. Because, like I say, you preach this all the time. We'd be dying and, are you still there?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, people be dropping dead. Doug Banks just died. Jesus Christ. All right. And so once we do that for ourselves, then we can offer that, as a gift to, our spouse. My thing is I work out all the time. I don't like to work out. I really don't. I love to eat a lot of junk. But at the same time, I do it for me. But I also want to present, as best I can person, for my wife. And she works out like a mad person. So it's it's interesting. So I said all that to say that the fact that he wants you to work out. Now, if the feeling is he doesn't love me, now that's a whole nother conversation.
I do everything for him. I pay for everything. I never forget anything. I think she meant I never get anything.
Okay. Oh, so you're giving everything and getting nothing. That sounds like the doormat. Could be CEO a little bit, but not probably more doormat. Well, that's a problem. Yeah, that's a problem. You're definitely not being nourished in the relationship, and it's got to be a give.
Yeah, she says I remember what's important to him.
Say it again.
She says I remember what's important to him.
Yeah, that you sound, and I don't mean no disrespect by this, but you sound like a classic doormat. Meaning you're always concerned about, the doormat is always concerned about their partner and giving and, making sure that they're good, but they go without. And it's more of a sacrificial thing, and they define themselves by saying, I'm a giver and I'm a nurturer and all of this. And, you give yourself right up out of a relationship, but at some point you have to stop that, and you have to say, okay, this is what I need.
Yeah.
Yes.
He said he walks past me and says nothing. He doesn't speak.
Yeah, somebody said she needs to call Doc, give Doc a call. I was going to say, listen, Reverend, you might, need to hit me up, and we do that free 30-minute consultation. Because the things that you're saying, you firing a lot of things out there, and I'm hearing it, and Lord knows my thing. I want to go straight off into a session. Somebody said, is he gay? I don't think he's gay. I don't know him, though. I don't know. I can't. Somebody said, please call him. Yes. Yeah, you got a lot going on. But listen. That's common. You know how common that is, ladies? Regardless of whether the women are married or unmarried. But in a relationship, that doormat spirit is something, and it's bondage. And the foundation of all of them, if you're a CEO, if you're guarded, or if you're a doormat, is fear. It's fear. The CEO can't let go. The guarded one is a runner. She runs from love because she's afraid of being hurt. And the doormat is afraid that if she doesn't sacrifice and lay her life down for the relationship, that he's going to leave.
Yeah.
And we don't have the spirit of fear, but we are living in such fear and bondage. It is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Fear, 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 fear. You cannot have a thriving relationship if you're just wrapped and burdened with fear. Okay. Once you stop settling, do you think he will try to come back? Okay. See. Okay. I don't know. Oh, Tiambe. Love is in the sacrifice. Okay. All right. I'm sorry. I'm mumbling because I'm reading. I don't know if I'm supposed to be doing that.
Yeah. So it sounds like, please call Doc Reid. Go on his website. Go show him your website.
Oh, yes.
Because that's very unhealthy.
Oh, it's extremely unhealthy. But I tell you what, just by her saying that, she didn't help somebody else. She don't even know it because they're dealing with the same thing.
Yep.
And here's the thing. No shame. Don't be embarrassed. All of that. Everybody finds themselves where they find themselves. The thing is that you do what you need to do to move from that place. Because, oh my God, I can feel your heart through the daggone periscope, and I done fooled around and got heavy.
Yes, sir.
I'm tender-hearted, Reverend.
Yes, sir. That's what it is. That's what it is.
I done fooled around. Yeah, they said they can too. Yeah, and So, and then my CEO sisters, if any of y'all out there, you're large and in charge, but if any of y'all having control issues and letting go, just stop it and just let it go. Just let go. Just let it go. Because you want to control everything. Just let it go. I don't know who that's for, but whoever it is, just take it. I didn't ate 2 pieces of cake. Well, God bless you.
Oh, somebody said it is for me.
Stop telling people to. Oh, yeah, I didn't say leave nobody now.
No, we didn't say that.
No, she said not Doc. She said not Doc.
Yes.
Yeah, and like I said, counseling. And I know it's very difficult. And we're not just talking about the ideal here. We have to talk about the real. And oftentimes, men do not want to go talk to anybody. You can plead and you can cry, and it's like, but sometimes you may have to separate temporarily to heal the marriage permanently. And that is not, trying to break up situation. But sometimes it's very hard for somebody to really appreciate a person and know how serious it is while they still see you in the same light. But you have to have wisdom with that. So I'm not saying you go out and you get separated. No, I mean, ideally you talk to somebody and they can help navigate. But I've seen that happen many times before, and they'll say, the husband and the wife, they say, listen, man, we was on the verge, and we took some time to really determine, know that we really wanted each other and we really loved each other, and we was willing to do what we needed to do to make it work. And they're doing great. But everybody's situation is different.
Yeah.
Because some didn't work out so well.
Psalm 77 said that she dated a guy that treated her like a doormat, used her up, and she walked away. She was about to get married.
Yeah. Like I said last week about that, it's really better to, if you're at the point, at the brink, what I'm saying, of saying I do, there's no shame to say I don't. If you realize, are we still on scope, Reverend?
Yes, sir. Go. Talk.
It said just end it.
I got you, bro. We gone. We in it. Talk.
My thing's jacked up. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, if you know that this ain't right, then it's just better just to cut it off. Okay, and don't worry about what people are going to say, because they don't have no heaven or no hell to put you in. Okay, so don't even trip off of that. You got to do what you got to do, because that little bit of whatever discomfort that you're going to experience in that moment is not going to compare to the hell that you would go through if you would go through with that relationship and that marriage, and now you're sitting next to somebody, you're sitting with somebody, okay, who you feel doesn't love you, doesn't know you, and now you're trapped. And then you turn over, that's when you sleep together, and you turn over, and then you silently cry yourself to sleep every night. Okay? Because you're like, oh my God, what have I done? And now you're praying for God to get you out of something that you didn't got yourself into.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I know. Why is my scope broke?
I don't know. Goodbye. I'm not dealing with you today. I don't know why you have a horrible phone and a Nextel. I don't know. My problem.
That was a dirty dig.